Hi, I'm Kyle Frazier with Imagine Marin, brokered by Compass. Today, I'll be providing my January 2026 Marin real estate market update. Buyers often return to the market this time of year much earlier than sellers list their homes, so the market often feels tighter than people expect, and this year is no exception. Today, I'll be providing a neat and tidy summary of Marin County activity over the past 12 months, and then I'll break it down further into and examine five primary Marin markets. I'll be looking specifically at Mill Valley, Larkspur, San Anselmo, San Rafael, and Novato. And a quick note, this is a 12-month rolling average analysis. It's a stable base for us to look at that avoids the seasonality and the week-to-week mood swings that can occur in the market. When people ask how's the market, there's actually about five different questions all layered into that question. First up, people want to know what homes are selling for. Second, they want to know what the value per square foot is. Third, they want to know how quickly buyers are acting. Fourth, they want to know how competitive it is when the listing is good. And five, they want to know how many homes are actually selling. Today, I'll be looking at each of these factors in the context of Marin County overall, and for each specific town mentioned earlier, I'll go through these same factors. First, let's take a look at sales volume, because this tells you where the market is real. First up, over the last 12 months, we can look at Novato and San Rafael, because those are truly the two volume engines in Marin County. In Novato in 2025, there were 410 home sales. And in San Rafael, there were 385 home sales. Ratcheting down from there, we see that next up, in terms of the towns we're looking at today, San Anselmo had 134 sales, Mill Valley had 92 sales, and Larkspur came in at 33 sales. And this is important because in Larkspur with 33 sales, the median price per foot, everything can shift pretty dramatically based on just one or two sales, where in Novato, the opposite is true. In terms of overall numbers, one or two sales isn't going to affect medians the way it does in Larkspur. Now, let's take a look at the price tiers. In Novato, the median house price in 2025 was $1.25 million. In San Rafael, which is kind of split by submarket, I split up North San Rafael, which came in at $1.38 million, and Central San Rafael, which came in at $1.467 million. San Anselmo ended the year at $1.807 million. Mill Valley came in at $2.293 million. Let's call it 2.3. And Larkspur came in at $2.575 million. Different price tiers, same county. Here's the fastest way to understand leverage. Look at how long it takes for homes to go pending, and when they do, how much overbidding is there in that marketplace. Median days on market prior to acceptance for the towns that we've discussed before are Mill Valley with 12 days, San Anselmo with 14 days, Larkspur with 16 days, San Rafael with 26 days, and Novato also with 26 days. And for homes that had accepted offers within 30 days, the ones most likely to get overbid, the average overbidding looked like this. In Larkspur, these homes sold for, on average, 6% above asking price. In Mill Valley, that was 5%. In San Anselmo, it was also 5%. And in San Rafael, it was 3.5%, while Novato came in at the bottom with overbidding of 2% over asking price for homes that went into escrow within 30 days of being listed. And that's why sometimes buyers feel like the market's super hot, while other buyers might say, hey, everything's negotiable. They're looking in different towns, same county, different micro market. So now let's take a look at each individual town and the relevant statistics that are going to give us insights into their marketplaces. First up, Mill Valley. It is a premium market that moves really quickly when homes are priced right and have desirable attributes. And here are the anchor numbers. The median house price is $2.293 million, and this is a median in 2025. And the median value per square foot came in at $1,058. Median size of these homes was 2,163 square feet. The median days on market was 12, and the overbidding on the quick pendings came in at 5%. The number of home sales, again, was 92. So, translation, buyers still pay up for certainty and great light, functional layout, parking, limited stairs, short to do lists for when they move in. If a listing feels turnkey and is priced inside the comp lane, it's going to sell quickly. And if it is turnkey, it will sell for a premium. The seller takeaway is don't test the market. Your job is to make it obvious that your house is good value and let the buyers determine what that final sales price is going to be. Buyer takeaways understand these homes in Mill Valley that are turnkey, they do sell for premiums, they do sell quickly, there will be competition, and act decisively if you really love a house because that's what you're going to need to do. Let's look at Larkspur. It's definitely the spikiest of the towns that we'll be looking at today. Reason for that is there are so few home sales. And when nice homes do show up, buyers certainly do too, and it can be an ultra competitive market. Let's take a look at the anchors. The median price for homes that sold in Larkspur in 2025 was $2,575,000. The median price per foot was $1,199. The median sized home was 2,253 square feet. The days on market was 16 days. The overbidding on homes that went into escrow within 30 days, which was almost all of them, was 6% over the asking price. And again, there were 33 sales in Larkspur in 2025. Translation, Larkspur is a scarcity market. When homes come to market, despite condition, you're going to see a lot of buyer activity. Sometimes it can be very frenzied, especially with the turnkey homes in the flats close to downtown. Next up, we're going to take a look at San Anselmo. Like Mill Valley and like Larkspur, A-list homes sell very quickly, and especially if they're in the flats and close to town. So let's take a look at the market anchors, which I've talked about previously with the other two towns. First up, the number of home sales in San Anselmo last year was 134. The median house price for 2025 was $1,807,000. The median price per foot was $873. The median sized home came in at 2,099 square feet, and the median days on market was 14 days, with overbidding coming in at 5%. Buyers typically feel like they're going to have more leverage in San Anselmo. The Venn diagram of buyers is perhaps a little bit smaller there than it's going to be in Larkspur or Mill Valley, which has a little bit better freeway access, and commuters to San Francisco obviously value less time on surface streets. Next up, let's take a look at the county seat, San Rafael. As mentioned before, San Rafael is one of the volume engines in Marin County. It's one of our biggest towns, roughly the same size as Novato. And let's take a look at the anchors in San Rafael in 2025. First up, we had 385 home sales in San Rafael in 2025. The median price, again, by submarket, in northern San Rafael was $1,380,000, and in central San Rafael, it was $1,467,000. The median price per foot was $788. The median days on market was 26 days, and the average overbid came in at 3.5%. San Rafael is more about price discovery than some of the southern Marin towns we've talked about earlier. It's still competitive, though, on the best homes. Certain neighborhoods obviously are in high demand. And the competitive nature that arises in buyers when these really turnkey homes in the really primo neighborhoods come up cannot be denied. They definitely get extraordinary amount of action. Novato provides us with the largest sample size of sold homes in 2025 in Marin County, and that makes it one of the best thermometers of real estate activity throughout the county. Let's look at the anchors. The number of house sales in Novato was 410 in 2025. The median price was $1.25 million. The median price per foot was $608, and the median sized home came in at 2,113 square feet. The median days on market was 26 days, with the overbid coming in at 2%. The market in Novato still moves, but Novato is more price sensitive. More testing of the market as well occurs in Novato as sellers try to assess what kind of spillover interest there's going to be in Novato for buyers who initially started out looking in Mill Valley, moved on to Greenbrae, moved on to San Rafael, and finally start looking in Novato. And it's also the place where you're going to see the most negotiation if the home is not turnkey, if it's dated, if it's functionally awkward, if it's overpriced. This is where you go, and you'll see more negotiations than perhaps anywhere south of Novato in Marin County. Now, keep in mind, we're talking about median prices here, and median prices are not an apples to apples analysis. That's why I like to pair it with price per foot and square footage of the home. So you can, in combination, figure out what you're looking at relative to the marketplace. And specifically, you really need to look at the micro market to see how any home you're interested in or are thinking of selling fits in. Here's the bottom line from the 2025 data. Mill Valley, Larkspur, San Anselmo, these are the strongest move and compete markets, while San Rafael and Novato are still active, but they behave in a more balanced fashion. And homes that are overpriced with awkward floor plans or undesirable characteristics, they're the most prone to negotiation. If you're a seller, just keep this in mind. The market really rewards sellers who make their home the most obvious best choice. Condition, presentation, and pricing all matter. They matter a lot more than optimism does. And if you're a buyer, your advantage is in self-education. Understand the marketplaces that you're interested in. Have yourself fully underwritten if you're getting financing so that you can write very short timelines or no timelines on contingencies for financing, because you need to compete against the all cash buyers. And that's about 30% of buyers out there. And also be ready to make quick decisions, because that's what it's going to take, especially in the competitive environments of Southern Marin. If you'd like a hyper-local read on a neighborhood that you're interested in, just drop a comment. Let me know what city, what price range. I'll give you my take on it. My name's Kyle Frazier with Imagine Marin, brokered by Compass. Please be sure to like and follow. We post here often, and we'll see you next time.